Hey guys, it's Rita. Welcome back to my channel. So today we are going to be opening a ColourPop haul. This is actually my very first haul I've ever done on my channel. I've bought a couple of things here and there from ColourPop, but I've never purchased enough things to do a haul. Not that I purchased a lot of things today. I actually just wanted to get more colorful eyeshadow palettes. So I feel like my collection, even though it's pretty extensive for eyeshadows, I feel like I don't have as many colorful palettes. So I thought, okay, I am not going to be someone who is going to use colorful eyeshadows like on my everyday because I'm a neutral lovers. So I thought, why not look into a brand that's going to be more affordable and more accessible, that has a ton of color in the eyeshadow palette. So I thought of ColourPop, and the best thing was I got everything with a 30% off. So this video, whenever I purchased this, probably like 2 weeks prior to this, ColourPop had like a site-wise 30% off. So I decided to pick up a couple of goodies. So let's get into what I got. Opening the box, you have the branding right there, the logo on white, and then the box inside is like this beautiful kind of like melon shade. Everything came really well packed. I would appreciate it better if they didn't use plastic. So they do have still this this old school plastic, which right now there's so many different alternatives, and I've seen a lot of brands using other other product that is not this plastic wrapping, bubble wrap. So that's kind of a little disappointing because ColourPop is a huge brand and they're so affordable, they sell so much. So I feel like a brand this big and this popular could do this change and would be so much more beneficial. But anyway, that being said, let's get into the makeup. So I got 2 lipsticks and 3 eyeshadow palettes and 1 bronzer. Again, not many things, but really this is what I wanted and what I needed. I mean, needed. Do I really need another eyeshadow palette? Of course I don't, but I really needed for sure more color. So anyway, that being said, let's start with the first product, which was the Soul Body Face and Body Bronzing Balm. I've got mine in the shade medium. I love the packaging. The box it came in, this beautiful metallic, almost bronzy gold shade, really lovely. And then once you open it, you get the actual product, which is in a pretty nice component. It's not gonna be too heavy. It says Soul on the front, and then it has this pinkish shade to it. And then you get the frosted underneath. And for the actual bronzer, you do get a protector, so I really like that. You do need to have keep this in your product because these products, the cream bronzers or cream product in general, tend to dry out if they're not really nicely sealed. So I like that it came with that. The products that I'm wearing right now on my face are going to be part of this haul. Of course, I'm wearing the bronzer. After this intro, we're gonna go ahead and get into the makeup and what I applied and the eyeshadow look that we used. So then we've got 2 lipsticks. I've never really tried them before, so this was a brand new thing for me. They've been around forever. I feel like this was one of the first products that started ColourPop once, a while back whenever they did start. So I did pick up 2 shades. I've got both of them matte. One is going to be Cami and one is Parker. Parker is the one that I went on today for my lips. It's a bit more on the pinky neutral shade, so I thought that with a green eyeshadow, a more nudish would be, better for my liking. So here they are. I do want to try this, but not today. Cami will be a good one. I feel like this would be perfect for like an everyday because it's more like a mauvey pink. And then Parker is going to be so beautiful for whenever I want to go for more colorful shades. So both of them are really pretty, and I did enjoy this shade and the formula. I'll talk about it a little bit more once we do the eye look. But that's what both colors look like. This one is Parker on my lips, and that's gonna be Cami, the other shade. Let's move on to the eyeshadow palette, which was really the most exciting thing for me in this haul. The first one that I picked, and it's the one that I used today, was the Mandalorian The Child palette. Adorable packaging. I really like this. I'm really not a fan of Star Wars in any way. I've actually, if I saw the movies, I don't even remember what they're about. So don't kill me if you're a Star Wars fan. It's not my thing. But when this new show, The Mandalorian, came out on Disney and this little guy appeared, I thought he was the most adorable. Again, I don't know anything else Star Wars. I just know it's Baby Yoda and I think he's so cute. But anyway, here's the palette. It's been around forever. You've probably seen it 100 times. But I wanted and really needed some green eyeshadows in my collection. So I thought this was an affordable way of incorporating color. The second palette that I got, honestly, was such a beautiful one and I cannot wait to try it. I did not use it today, obviously, but I cannot wait to try this. This is the Limoncello, however you pronounce it. This is so beautiful. I feel like this would be definitely more of a higher end brand just by that design. Like looking at this, I don't think I would have thought it was ColourPop, if that makes sense. I would have, oh, that's such a pretty collaboration of like, I don't know, any more higher end brand that they did this beautiful design. I really like it. I'm not gonna lie, I definitely got sucked in for the packaging. But to my defense, like I was mentioning, I wanted to get some more colorful palettes or colorful shades, so I thought this was a beautiful way of incorporating color. It's also kind of like more on the subtle side, but you do get that beautiful green, that stunning blue shade, and that those two yellow shadows. So I'm definitely looking forward for using this palette. I'll be filming. Has kind of like a very chemical scent, kind of strong actually, especially on the inside, but that doesn't matter. Scents don't really bother me on makeup, and even like chemical scents, I don't really care. But yeah, I'm gonna be filming a video coming up, like a more summery look using this palette, so definitely subscribe before you leave so you don't miss that upcoming video. And then lastly, I got this cute, adorable little palette. This is Creamsicle. It's one of these little quads they came out with not so long ago. They came out with like six or eight different shades. I thought this one would be best for me, and I really like the packaging, surprisingly. And I say surprisingly because I feel like this kind of like just clear basic packaging could signify a bit more of like a cheaper one. But even though I think it's adorable, I really like it. I don't feel like it looks cheap. I like that it's like automatic closure. I really like that. I feel like this is going to be a good palette for like traveling or like for everyday use. I think it's really cute. I cannot wait to try it also. I'll probably use this in like Instagram for like some kind of like IGTV or a reel, just because I do want to use this for a YouTube video. Anyway, if you haven't subscribed also to, or you're not following me on Instagram, be sure to follow me. I'll leave my handle right here because I'm gonna be using that sometime soon. So anyway, you guys, this is gonna be a lot of blabber. Let's go ahead and get into this makeup look. I'm going to use the bronzer, the Mandalorian palette, and one of the lipsticks. First product anyway, I'm gonna be trying is gonna be the Face and Body Bronzing Balm. I do not have anything on my face except for my base, so my foundation and concealer powders. So I do need to put some definition in here. I'm just going to start dabbing it. Okay, let's see if this is not too dark and I did a little too much. Oh, actually that is not dark at all. I mean, it's not as dark as I thought it was going to be. I feel like it's very dark on the pen, but it doesn't translate as dark on the skin. It doesn't really... It has a very faint scent, but I think it's not really the product itself. I think it's the plastic. Like, I feel like it's maybe the plastic. I don't know. It barely has any scent. So let's go ahead and blend this. Yeah, this is a very subtle shade. I thought it was going to be darker, you know, just the way it looks in the pen, but it's working okay. I like it. It's not too dark. I was scared that it was going to be too dark whenever I opened it. Beautiful bronzer. I really did like it, and it gave me a beautiful bronzy, more defined look to my face because we're looking very flat. So now I'm gonna go and do some highlight and blush. I didn't get anything from ColourPop from these categories, so I'm not gonna mention it. I'm just gonna go ahead and do that, and then we'll be back for some lipstick and the eyeshadow, which is what I'm pretty excited about. So for my look today, I'm gonna go for The Child by the Star Wars and, you know, ColourPop collaboration. I thought this would be a good way for me to incorporate more color into my eye looks. Even though it's a full like green palette, I feel like these colors are a little bit more subdued and something that I could definitely see myself using compared to more intense or more, you know, just more intense greens. This is a more green that I think I would definitely enjoy. I think because, again, I'm not too I'm not too into using colorful shadows, so I thought this would be a good way of starting. So let's just start with the top right corner right here, which this is called Just Like, I'm not even gonna try to pronounce those names. So this one, the only brownish shade, and I've got here a fluffy blending brush, and I'm just going to start blending this into my crease just to kind of like start with just a first brownish shade before we go into those green ones. Let's go for the middle shade. Let's go really green today. So I'm gonna go for this one. It's called Babyface on a smaller blending brush, and let's see how this goes. I'm just going to start blending this also into my crease, but I'm gonna keep it a little bit more on the crease, and I'm not gonna blow it out as much as the other shade. So just blending this real quick on the crease. I'm bringing you in just a little bit so we can take a better look at what I'm doing in the eyes. So now I'm just going to go for the darker green, so this one down here, and on the same brush that I was just using, the small blending brush, I'm just going to darken up a little bit more my outer crease and my outer V, just a bit more, and I'm just going to keep also this very close to my crease, or on my crease. I'm changing to a flat shader brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Little Frog, so this one on the very corner, and I'm just going to start blending this into my lid, but trying to keep it more on the external part of my eye. And now with my pinky finger, I'm gonna go for Sipping Soup, so this one right here, and I'm just going to apply this on my lid, but kind of like on the inner corner and the lid, that initial lid, just right here. Now I'm gonna switch to a smaller, more precise brush, and I'm gonna go into the shade Little Frog, so this one right on the corner, and I'm just going to blend this to the external, kind of like outer third of my eyes on my lower lashes, and connect it to the top lid. So I feel like there's a situation with these eyeshadows that are just not looking its best. I've been blending and blending, and I just feel like it gets more patchy and more patchy by the second. So I'm just gonna leave it as is. I don't know. I mean, so far, the 3 matte shades that I've used, I don't feel like they're performing as good as I would have expected. But anyway, I'm just going to add my inner corner with my finger. I'm going to go for this middle shade, and I'm just going to apply this on the inner corners. I'm gonna do a light liner. I'm not going to wing or anything with the brown shade. I'm just going to apply this on my lash line just to make my lashes appear a little bit more full. So here we are with the eyeshadow look all done. I feel like from far away, like from here, I don't think like it looks bad. I'm looking at it and I like it, but once you get close, I feel like there's a lot of patchiness on my crease, and those were the green shadows that I used at the beginning. I've been back and forth trying to blend, making everything better with that lighter brown shade. It's just not working. I feel like it's just getting worse. So anyway, I'm going to go ahead and finish up my makeup. I'm just gonna do some mascara because I do have some lippy sticks to try. Whoops, I picked up 2. And I've never tried this formula before, so I'm pretty excited to finally try it. I hear very good things about it. So let me go ahead and finish these eyes, and I'll be right back. Mascara is all done, so let's move on to lips. I did get 2 of them. Both are matte. One is called Cami and one is called Parker. So let's go ahead and pick one of these 2. I've only one time, a long time ago, tried a lipstick from ColourPop. It was not the lipsticks. It was one that came in like a gold packaging. And it was good, but it broke really in a bad way, so I kind of like had to throw it out. Okay, so Parker is a more nudish shade, which I think would be good for this eye look today. And then we've got Cami, which is a more kind of like mauvey pink. Let's go ahead and apply Parker just because I feel like this would be a bit better for the eye look that I have. Again, I don't do a lot of color, so whenever I do go for color, like on my eyes, I want something very subtle on my lips. So this one is just matte. I don't really know the description of this, so let's go ahead and apply it. This is such a pretty color. I really like it, and it went on super smooth. Although it's matte, it didn't like tug on my lips or anything. It was very, very smooth, and it does give me that kind of like matte look without being overly dry. Like, it doesn't look like, my lips don't look like crusty or dry. It looks really good, and I feel like it pairs perfect with this makeup look. And I don't know, I'm still on the fence with this palette. I don't think it's going to be something that I'm gonna reach for so much. First up, because of the color. I wanted to incorporate more subtle colors to my eyeshadow looks, just a little bit here and there. So I thought green would be a good way to do so, and what better way than with a more kind of like lighter toned shades. I am a bit disappointed on the greens, just because the whole point of me getting this palette was for the greens, and I feel like those three matte greens didn't perform as good as I would have wanted. I'm gonna still play with this palette a little bit more, and I'll definitely let you know how I like it, or you know, if it's still kind of like the same. Let me know in the comments down below if this palette worked for you, if the mattes were, you know, smooth and blendable. I just found that they became a little bit patchy, and I just couldn't fix the patchiness. I don't think you can see it really like from far away. I just feel like it looks good, but for my liking, I feel like it's a little patchy for my liking. So anyway, this is just I don't know. I'm not sure about this just yet. And this though, this lipstick is really, really good. I really like it. I also did really enjoy this bronzer. I got it in the shade medium. I feel like it seemed a little too intense on the product itself, like on the packaging, but once I apply it, it blended out super nice, and I feel like it was maybe a little bit lighter than what I thought it would be on the packaging, but once blended in, I could definitely build it up, and I really liked it. I feel like this is a good, I don't want to say a good dupe, but a good replacement for my Chanel, which I've loved for years and years. But again, I mentioned I am already changed to cruelty free, so I'm not gonna, you know, be using the product on camera anymore. I'm gonna use it and then never buy it again. So I feel like this is going to be a good replacement for that bronzer. I will be definitely filming a couple more videos using the two other palettes that I didn't use today, so the limoncello and then the little quad, which looks absolutely adorable. So definitely be sure to subscribe. Don't forget to hit the red button down here, so that way you won't miss those upcoming videos that are coming definitely your way. So anyway, you guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, please give it a big thumbs up, and I'll see you on the next one. Bye!